Hello dear friends. In this session we are going to understand about how to start writing a Windows application with Tkinter in Python. So we are going to understand about making a GUI application with Python and how to design your first colorful window using Tkinter. So what is Tkinter? Tkinter is a Python standard GUI library which are specially designed for developing graphical applications in Python, which are mainly designed to help create windows, different UI components such as button, text boxes, labels, and more. And this is more easy to use and great for beginners. And this is also a part of Python standard library, so which doesn't require any additional installation in Python. It is already installed if you install Python. What are the features of Tkinter? There are so many features. Some of the most powerful features of Tkinter are listed here. We can use it for create windows and dialog. We can add buttons, label, entries in a window. We can customize the fonts and color of labels and text. We can use it for handling event like button click event. We can use the different layout management with pack, grid and place to add the controls on window or GUI components on window. So in this session we are going to understand about Tkinter, the basic component of Tkinter, and writing a simple GUI app and adding two numbers using entry and buttons. So let's begin with writing a simple application of GUI application using Tkinter. So here, so what we'll do is we'll create a simple Python program in Visual Studio for addition of two numbers. So I am writing here add.py of 5. So once I add it, first thing I need to write the program using Tkinter is I need to import Tkinter as Tk. Then we can start creating a window first. For creating a window, as if you are familiar with window application in .NET, we can directly design the windows there. So here, or if you are familiar with Swing or Java EWT, there you have to create a window first or frame first. So here also you have to create a window. So for creating window, you just need to create a variable called window. Window is equal to tk dot tk tk. After that, to specify the width of this window, you just have to write window dot geometry is a function. This will set the width and height to your window. So here I am giving the width as 400 and height as 400. Now if I want to run this window, then I need to call the function called main loop. So this is the 3 lines of code for creating a window. If I save it and if I run it, it will display a simple window. So this is what the simple form or window it is displayed, whose size is 400 by 400. Now if I want to create a text box to get a number, or if I want to create a two text box for creating two numbers and button for performing addition of these two numbers. So for designing such user interface on this window, what we have to do is before this main loop we need to create a label and entry. So here entry is an tk.entry is an predefined class in tk library, Tkinter library, which allows us to create an text box in Tkinter. So for creating it, So first I'm going to create it as a entry. Entry 1 is equal to tk dot entry. So this is the predefined function which allows us to create an text box. Now to add it on main window, you just have to call the entry dot pack. Now let's see what this two line of code does. If I save it and if I run it, it will display a simple box. I hope you find it on screen. It has created one text box. There I can add some text. Okay, so this is how we can create an simple text box. If I want to create one more text box, I can make it copy and paste. I only have to change the name of the variable. I'm creating Tkinter 2. Okay, now if I want to create a button, so similarly I can, similar to entry, there is a class called button. For creating button, if I create a variable like button is equal to tk dot button. Now to add some text on it, I can use this addition property. And if I want to write some command, first we'll see how the button is getting added on window. So first you need to call the pack function button button dot pack. This will add the button on window. So if I run it, we'll get here the two text boxes and button. Two text boxes for getting two number and button is for performing the operation on these two number. Now when user click on this button, I want to call one function. I want to call one function, or I want to create one label here to display the result of the addition. So first we'll write a command. We'll pass a command parameter to this button class, and in front of button command parameter, if I write a function 1, it means that the function 1 will be called whenever user click on the button. Whenever user click on the button. Now we need to define this function somewhere in this program. So after clicking this button, this function will get called, but for getting the number and displaying the result of these two number, addition of these two number, we require one more label. So here I am writing the label label 1 is equal to tk dot label and I'm not going to add any text to this label. Only I'm going to pack this label dot pack. Okay, so label will be available after this button, and to this label I want to display the addition of two number, right? We can write here addition, text as addition. Okay, text as addition is equal to, we need to run it and check it, but before running it, this function should be defined somewhere in the program. So I can define this function here. So here I create before I'm creating the tk, I can write the function as to define the function in Python. There is a def keyword. If you are familiar with basic Python, we can define the function with def, and the name of the function we need to specify here is a function 1, because we have specified here function 1. So to defining the function we need to use colon. Then in this function, what is the body of the function? The body will be, we have to take the numbers. When the button is clicked, this function will get called. We need to take the numbers. Number 1 is a variable in which I want to take the numbers. So if I want to get the numbers from entry 1, so I need to call the here entry 1 dot get is a function. So this will return the text entered in the text box 1 in number 1. And similarly, if I want to get the text entered in the second box, we need to write the entry to dot get. Then to perform the addition of this, c is equal to number 1, c is equal to number 1 plus number 2. But we need to convert it into integer. To convert it into integer, we need to call integer of this or integer of number 2, assuming that we are going to enter the number into the text boxes, not going to enter the text into it. So if we enter the number into the box, it will convert into integer and will perform the addition of these two numbers. Now we need to display this value of c on this label. This label, we have created this label here. To this label we want to set the result. So label dot config is a function for displaying the text on this label. So here we do text is equal to str of c. It means I'm converting this c to string and displaying the text. So let us see whether the result displayed or not. If I run it now, if I enter here 34 and 10, 12, and if I click on addition, it shows the result as 46. It shows the result as 46. Okay, so in this way we can write a simple program in using Tkinter for performing the addition of two numbers. If I want to check whether this number is entered as a digit, or if the blank number is entered, suppose if blank number is entered, then definitely maybe error, because it may not able to convert this value to integer. So we can check that whether the number entered in this text box is a valid number. If user enters the number like this, it cannot be converted into integer, or if it doesn't enter any number. So for that we can write some conditions here. So before performing the addition of these two numbers, we can check like that. If this number 1 is equal to blank, if it is blank, or if this number 1 is digit, is equal to false, f is equal to false, f a l s false, then what we'll do is we'll display the message box. For displaying the message box, from Tkinter import message box. So this is the simple function allows us to display the message box when user enter the wrong data, or if it doesn't enter anything in the text box. So we can use the message box as message box dot show info is a function in which we can display the title as uh, wrong data, wrong, wrong data is will be the title, and the message will be please, in double quotation, please enter number, please enter number. Okay, now let us see whether this works fine. If I run it and if I click on addition, it displays a message as please enter number. Again, if I write number and along with the number, if I add some text into it, and if I click on addition, again it will display the message as please enter number. And if I enter the number, it tried to perform, but second number is not there, and for second number we haven't write any condition to check. If I enter this two number valid, it will display the addition of these two number. The same condition we can write for the second number. So I'm making the copy of this condition, the current position, and checking for number 2 is blank and number 2 is digit is equal to false, then display the wrong letter, please enter number. Okay, now in this way we can check for the numbers. Okay, now if I run it, save it and run it again, if I add anything here, anything, it will display the message as please enter number. And if I write here number and addition, again it will display the please enter number message for this. And if I write this proper number, it will display the addition of these two numbers. So in this way we can write a simple program for making the addition of two number using Tkinter. Okay, I hope you understand how to perform the addition of two number in Tkinter using Python. Thank you.